Good morning, friends, or whatever part of the day it is at your side of the globe. It may or may not have been evident that I am particularly inspired by the Victorian and Edwardian era in my own personal daily wardrobe. And a must-have staple of such a wardrobe is a cycling sweater, like this one. So of course, in all my enthusiasm, I spun up a yarn last year and knit up this cycling sweater, only to find that the yarn I spun is way too thick and heavy, making this a very cumbersome sweater to wear. So we're going to do this all over again. I spun already 4 beautiful skeins during Tour de Fleece, and we're going to make a bit more out of a Texelaar fleece because these sleeves need approximately 4,000 kilometers of yarn. In little over a week I will be going on a very long road trip, and what's better to do on such a road trip than just knit all the things. Conveniente has already started preparing the fleece, and we'll just check in on her, see how it's going. Come on time! Oops, didn't see you there. Sorry. But yeah, I have been combing Texelaar fleece to prepare for some more spinning for the cycling sweater. I've got a bunch of fluffs already, but that's not nearly enough, so let's continue. And I do hope you don't mind me jamming to some tunes while at it. Paradise by the dashboard light. I've combed an entire box full of fresh new bird's nests. I feel like I'm back in the Tour de Fleece. This is a weird feeling. The rain is making very pleasant ambient noises on the roof, so I think all the circumstances are ideal to start spinning. I do hope you guys aren't fed up of watching me fawn over thin white yarn, because this will certainly not be the last time you see me do this. I don't know, there is just something about spinning naturally colored fiber that is just such a primal feeling of being connected to our foremothers spinning fiber hundreds, no, even thousands of years ago. The first spindle whorls are being dated back to the late Neolithic. I can in my head not even fathom how long ago that is. And it's a craft that characterizes humanity from so many millennia ago up until today, where more traditional communities are still spinning their own fiber for their supply of cloth and clothing. Of course, since the Industrial Revolution here in the industrialized West, hand spinning is not as necessary as it was before the 1800s. Fast fashion has changed our concept of clothing and the worth of clothing so dramatically, and I think that hand spinning does give a bit of perspective on how much labor and thought and creativeness went into garments in previous eras. So personally, I don't shop fast fashion. That's a personal choice I make also to preserve our future, to be more sustainable, and also because I am a historian by education, and I do love this feeling of being connected with the past in a very tactile manner. And I have shaken this bit of fluff enough for the camera. Let's continue on with spinning, or this cycling sweater will never get done. Milk, not coffee. Anyway, we now have got 1 more week to finish the amount of yarn I need for the sweater before we leave for France. So let's get to it. Well, where are my fluffs? I have misplaced them. Oh no!
1 eternity later.
That's one great big bobbin. Now let's see if I have surpassed any of the yardage counts from Tour de Vlies. No records gained, sadly. It is only 295 meters long, so that makes it third place right now. It also has me kind of worried, because I thought I would have enough yarn if I made 2 more skeins. But right now we total at 1,700 meters and we need over 2 kilometers of yarn to finish the cycling sweater. So the next skein better be like 400 meters or something. Or we need to make 3. And that was not the plan. And for good measure, a comparison. This one is the one I spun during Tour de Vlies, and this is the one we just spun. It's really close. This one is a little lighter in color, a little bit more yellow. This one goes a bit more towards beige. It's really faint, but I can see it. I don't know if the camera picks it up. But overall, it looks fairly similar. Yeah, that's going to do nicely. Good morning. Last night I combed another 12 liters of wool. I'll see myself out and start spinning this while I'm at it. But maybe you have seen me spin enough in this video, so let's just fast forward to the finished skein now, shall we?
Several days later.
We have a winner! Boom! A new record. This one was the biggest one from Tour de Vlies of around 450 meters, but this one dwarfs in comparison to what I just spun. A mere 600 meters. Yeah, I think I was a little bit too worried I would not have enough, so one 600 meter mastodon. Heck yeah. Let's talk gauge. Because the cycling sweater actually asks for a 12 wraps per inch yarn. And well, my previous sweater was made with 11 wraps per inch yarn, which as you saw, that was a bit. So we know that this is an 18 wraps per inch yarn. Theoretically, it is way too thin to make the cycling sweater with. But let's just check out how much too thin it is, and then we can do some math to substitute it. I mean, the numbers of the pattern. Substitute the numbers in the pattern. We should get 10 centimeters with 28 stitches net 1, purl 1 ribbing. So we're going to net 1, purl 1, rib the hell out of this. Also, just a little disclaimer, I knit wrong. I know this, don't add me in the comments. I know that I am using the back loops all the time, but using the front loops just feels wrong to my hands, so deal with it. Well, have you ever? That's 11 centimeters. My yarn is too thick. Or my needles are too thick. Yeah, I'm going to try taking a size smaller. Friends, we have achieved our 28 stitches to 10 centimeter gauge. Not with 3.75 millimeter needles, but 3.25 millimeter needles. So all in all, you could ask yourself, was it my fault that I made too big a sweater? Yes, I should have gauge swatched the first time. On Friday, we leave for France, and then I can get started on this sweater. I'm excited. Morning, it's day 2. Yesterday we did 800 kilometers, today we have 400 more to do, and I already have 10 inches of the 17 inches needed to make the first part of the sleeve. A beautiful morning, friends. We are here in the south of France, near the city of Albi. We're going to stay here for 14 days, enjoy the sun, enjoy culture, castles, history, but mostly enjoy our knitting. I have, since yesterday, finished the first part of the sleeve, so this is going to be the poofy part, and I'm now starting the arm tapering with a smaller needle, a 1.75mm needle to be exact. Here we go. This is the first one of our pair of sleeves. Good morning, friends. We're now on a trip. Within our trip, I forgot to record last week. I've got now 2 finished sleeves, and I also got a head start on the body. So I'll see you when I remember to record again. Oh my god, guys, I've just only pasted the shoulders together because I'm literally 1,000 kilometers away from my button stash, but look at this! Yes, I am standing on a chair, but just, oh my god, this is awesome! Yes, I can't wait to show you the final reveal. So now that we are back in Belgium, I have access to my button stash, and for this cycling sweater I chose this little box over here with these salmon colored little buttons because I think they will go nicely with the already warmer tones of the yarn. These are vintage buttons. I know some people will say that I should not use vintage buttons because they are a finite resource, but you have seen how much I've got of them. If I just keep a few for preservation, I hope that's okay with all you critics. I got these buttons at a flea market from a woman who in the past owned a notion shop, but that shop has long closed and she just sold her buttons by the boxes. Here it is, my new and improved cycling sweater, which is clearly an improvement on the previous one. It's very comfortable to wear, it's very soft. Yeah, I feel like an actual Victorian, but with more basic human rights. If you're wondering what's going to happen with the previous iteration of this garment, well, that's going to get a new life, probably as a cozy, chunky cabled sweater or something. Anyway, that was it. I spent over 3 months spinning, knitting and all the fun things on this sweater. I do hope you enjoyed, and if you did, like, comment, subscribe. That's all up to you. And as for me, I will see you next time. Bye!